Okay. Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, no, don't tell me. Oh, that's gonna suck. Okay, let me set it at 1 maybe. There we go. Alright. Alright. Hello, everyone. It is me, Uncle You, doing art stuff for you. Okay, I need to get some, let's get some music going. Music, let's get to the... Alright, so, art stuff. So, recently I've been kind of, studying different art stuff and, kind of wanting to try some different things out. And I saw some interesting, art techniques that I want to try and do. So, oh, pretty simple really. So let's get to business. Or should, no, I just, okay, good. All I did was add her glasses. Cool. Cool, cool. So, how am I going to replicate this one? So this first one is in, uh-oh, music might be a little too loud. There we go. There we go. So this first one I saw was kind of interesting that it was like very strappy, kind of like this. And, turn it solid. Then we'll more saturated. There we go. So I should probably just worry about the face, really, because, I don't know. Let's do it. Let's go the whole hog.
What's up, Uncle You?
Hello, Patrick.
Sorry I didn't come sooner when you ping. I was busy brushing Hercules.
Brushing the boy.
Yep.
Alright, it's all good, homie. I'm just practicing shading today.
Alright, very good.
I saw an interesting shading technique I wanted to try out. see how I liked it. I saw I saw this picture of Elena. YouTube will probably get on my ass if I show it. It's not like it's explicit, but it's like, you just don't know YouTube.
Yeah.
I'll post it in Sonic Shitheads. Yeah, so I'm trying out some different shading techniques. I'll show you the pics I saw that I looked at and went, ooh, I want to try.
Ah, let's see.
So the first one I'm trying out is the one that's Elena from Street Fighter, where it's kind of like this like kind of rough one.
Yeah.
I wanted to see what I thought of it in kind of my style. Well, because I'm always up for, you know me, I like to try out a bunch of different art styles.
Of course.
How about you, Pat Art? What about you? What are you up to?
Well, again, aside from crushing Hercules, nothing much of nature. Mind is trying to stew, trying to figure out what I want to do next for art stuff.
Well, you know me. I like to draw babes. Babes. Hey, Echo. Just practicing art stuff. Yeah. I also recently updated my fan Discord to be a lot more kind of open, mostly I kicked all just so that like I could it felt weird that I couldn't post my own stuff on my Discord, so I kind of changed the rules a bit, made some tough choices. So
Right.
but, hey. Now okay. This is going to be a quick. I was actually meant to do some voice acting earlier today, but my laptop was weirdly having issues, and yeah, I don't know how exactly. But even weirder, I somehow got it fixed.
That's good.
Yeah, but I don't know what I did, but I'm glad I did it. Nothing beats chilling like. I've also still been watching more Transformers Cyber World, so that's been fun.
Good.
Skybite is confirmed best character.
That's good.
Hey, Matt.
Uh,
I'm just trying out a different shading technique because I've been looking at. I'm always up for trying out new techniques. Yeah, new styles, new techniques. So, okay, I will say this for the technique I'm trying out right now. I really like how it looks with hair, actually. I'll show you the final results in a bit, but ooh, it is mommy likey. Also later today, I'm going out with my wife. A little bit of a date night, so it's exciting.
yeah. Sounds nice.
Yeah, we're gonna go see a movie in theaters. There are two movies actually I want to see in theaters right now: Weapons, and also I really want to see that new Naked Gun movie. Everything I've heard about has been fantastic.
Alright.
Okay. Wrong layer. Thankfully, it's not too bad, but oh no.
So,
I accidentally shaded things on the wrong layer.
damn.
Pope they. Your lady made it so that you could at least post your art now. Yeah, no kidding. Just put. Yeah. And if you guys, Matt, Patrick, if you guys want to post some of your in their, their
Right where?
my fan Discord, go right ahead.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, I'm not on your friend Discord.
Oopsie poopsie. I think. Let me try something. Let me try push more like this. Ooh, that looks significantly better. Okay. All right. Okay, so. Oh, that is actually kind of interesting.
What is?
So the original art I'm looking at is actually like kind of a pencil-y sketch, very sketchy, or so
Yeah.
the shading looks significantly better when I do something like this to it. Right, so I'll remember that. That actually looks really nice. Okay. But still, good to practice a lot of different things. Okay. Yeah. I'm just doing shading practice today because I gotta pick up my wife. I gotta leave around 12:15. So.
Yeah.
Alright, next. So the next thing I wanted to do is okay, so I'm gonna next thing I want to do is duplicate the layer. To a different kind of root. There we go. Now I want to change this to very dark blue kind of lines. Okay. So, which was the layer look like? This one. So, nope, that's not the one. This one. There we go. I guess in like toy related news, did you guys see that uh, some places are getting like Studio Series 86 Megatron or Mixmaster super early?
I have seen like pictures of Studio Series Megatron like in store shelves some places, but I doubt they're anywhere like here.
I'm gonna check the targets near me real quick just to have a look and see.
Yeah.
But otherwise, nothing. I doubt I'll find anything, but I'm curious, you know? It's kind of funny. Originally, the idea behind this test was it was going to be a test of for practice for practicing latex, and it just became, and now it's just become practicing a bunch of different stuff. Not complaining. Not.
Experimentation.
Okay, so the interesting thing is this artist. I don't know. I can't think of what character they drew. It kind of looks like. If I had to hazard a guess, I'm gonna say Emma Frost from that recent from Marvel Rivals.
Yeah. Either Emma Frost or Susan Storm or the Invisible Woman.
Flame on, flame on, flame on. I still love that stupid Fantastic Four rap. Have you ever seen?
I don't think I have.
So it's one of those like it's it's from one of those like late '90s from one of those '90s Marvel cartoons. The Fantastic Four one, and I've never watched it, but from what people told me, it's kind of one of the weakest of them. And yeah, and but the weird thing is the voice actor for Johnny was like he was actually a rapper, and so they were like, okay, let's have a bit in the show where he raps, and on top of that, the animation is done by a guy named Glenn Kennedy. Do you know who he is?
No, that sounds familiar.
So Glenn Kennedy is a really bizarre animator. Um, he's capable of very fluid motion, but the problem is a lot of his characters move like they're wading through jello. Oh, like they're weirdly blobby. If you want to get a idea of what his animation is like, he did the intro to the Wild World of Tex Avery.
I don't think I know what that is.
It's that one cartoon intro that became a meme. It's like, "Welcome to the wacky whack whack. Welcome to the wow wow wacky world of Tex Avery." That one?
No, it doesn't sound familiar at all.
Yeah. Well, you can look it up, and you'll kind of see what I mean with his animation. Welcome to the wacky whack. Welcome to the wacky world of Tex Avery. It's one of those like really obnoxious songs that gets stuck in your head too. You know what? I'll grab it for you.
No, I'm launching it right now.
So, what'd you think?
The wacky world of Tex Avery.
Like the animation? Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you mean by the whole like waving through jello sort of thing.
Now then,
It gives me like vibes of like freaking TMS animations, like Tiny Toons and Animaniacs, but like just a little bit off. You know what I mean?
no.
Like, not like the exact same, obviously, but like just something about it just seems off. Like the speed of it and the way the characters move just seem off.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing. Well, as I said, there was a fantastic Now imagine him taking that art, that like weird animation style, and imagine for a moment him trying to do it with realistic humans.
Sounds a little ridiculous.
Have a look. I love watching the Fantastic Four rap just because I notice something new wrong with it every time. I'm gonna post it in chat. Just
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, it looks like an awkward mix between like the TMS's like work on Batman the Animated Series mixed with like old '80s cartoons like Ninja Turtles, but just like moves really really awkwardly.
yeah. The other thing, it's like almost good, but there's so much wrong with it. Okay, actually, the shading style is basically like the thing I've been doing before, honestly. Nothing sensational. Not bad, but it's like, did it, done that. Done this before. Oh. I'll figure out what I want to do for this picture later. I think what I might do, I might try this shading out a lot more. This kind of rough one kind of looks neat. Also, what?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, my usual. Yeah, this one's my usual like kind of hatching style because I love the shit. I love the shit. I do love looking into sort of like animation. A lot of the companies that made that were a lot of 80s and 90s cartoons were outsourced too, just because a lot of them just had such different styles and you never knew what you were gonna get. So even with the same studios, like probably talked about this before, but 80s G1 Transformers has such like a wildly unpredictable art style where sometimes it looks very stiff and awkward and then other times it's like spectacularly magnificent to look at. There's a very famous episode of G1 called Call the Primitives where the story goes that the episode was given to a lot of artists who would become this company called Studio Ox, which Studio Ox was the breeding ground for a lot of the best mecha animators of the 80s and 90s and even today. And as a result, it is so much more dynamic than any other episode of G1. Like it's almost movie quality if I'm being honest.
I guess it makes the name Call of the Primitives really ironic.
Yeah. It's especially it's also It's also just a cool episode because it's mostly centered because Grimlock's the main character, and B, it's mostly centered around a lot of the more beast and animalistic transformers. So like Skybite,
This is in season 3, right?
yeah,
Yes, I think I know which episode you're talking about.
yeah. It's kind of funny. I remember uh, Lunar talking about how it's like you skipped season. She was like, "Oh yeah, I skipped season 3." It's like, why? And it was like because Battery said it's not very good, and I'm like, Battery's an idiot. Season 3 has a lot of low key bangers. There's that I think are unfairly slept on.
Right.
Uh, Actually, another that's something else I love with like Call of the Primitives. Not Transformers, but like I always love when there are shows that kind of become a breeding ground some of the for some of the like biggest animators and artists or writers, etc. Like probably one of the most well known is the Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack, because that show had like a ton of animators and artists and writers who would become really big names. And Pendleton Ward, Rebecca Sugar, or Alex Hirsch. 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 Uh, trying to think of other shows like that. Oh wait, another one like that. There are two shows that are all. Another show like that is friggin' Galaxy Eye. Hi. I don't know if you have ever heard of that one.
I don't think so.
It was an 80s comedy cartoon and a pretty funny one. It didn't last long because apparently they couldn't. It was actually made by TMS, not outsourced to them. It was their own production that they sold. They made for the American market. So obviously it's ridiculously well animated. And this was before TMS would become kind of like a go-to for outsourcing animation. So that's already kind of cool. But the other thing also is a lot of people that worked on the show were guys like, there's John Kay, which, not a great person, but he would become a big name. You got Chris Columbus, who was going to become a really big name director in the 90s with stuff like Home Alone and Mrs. Doubtfire. And I think some of the guys who worked on Animaniacs also worked on it. So, as a result, it's actually a pretty interesting show, and it's like it's actually really funny, too. Which there aren't a lot of good like comedy cartoons that came out in the 1980s. So yeah, I recommend it. Sorry if I'm a bit of a rambling man.
That's fine. Sometimes just gotta ramble about shit.
So, yeah. Yeah, right now I'm just, doing stuff with, like, I'm just doing my hatching thing.
Which,
Okay, probably gonna leave soon, but I'll still chat with you guys in VC. Just got only thing is I gotta change my outfit so I look cool. Want to look cool for our date. Between me and my wife. My wife. Sometimes you're just in the mood to draw ass. go. I'm gonna pick this up later. Time for me to go. Bye bye, fellers. Oh well, I'll be back on the chat with you lads in a bit.
All right.